Imagine for a moment. It is the year 2030. You are sitting there and one thought won't let you go. I was there. I had my chance. You remember today, this very moment. You had Bitcoin in your wallet, or you could have bought Bitcoin cheaply, but you thought you were smarter than the market. Unfortunately, you made a few mistakes and ended up losing everything. And now you look back not at the wealth you could have had, but at the painful memory of having gambled away the greatest opportunity of your life. This video is here to guarantee that this does not happen to you. What if I told you that for 90% of the people watching this video, this bull market will be a catastrophe even though Bitcoin continues to rise? What if I told you that the vast majority will end up with less Bitcoin or even zero Bitcoin? Sounds crazy, I know. You've done everything right. You've informed yourself and maybe already bought Bitcoin. You've held on, you've understood the fundamentals. How on earth could you end up a loser when the price goes through the roof? Quite simply, because this market is designed to psychologically outsmart you. It is designed to take your patience and replace it with greed. And there are 5 very specific traps that will be set in the coming months. 5 siren calls that will steer your financial ship directly onto the rocks, and we will uncover them all today. Let's start with the trap that looks so simple and tempting. Trading. Trading looks so easy, doesn't it? Buy when it's low, sell when it's high. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. People will now start trading with leverage. They see the price rising and get the idea that if they go in now with 10 times leverage, they'll make 10 times the profit. What they forget is that they will also be liquidated 10 times as fast. One small setback, an unexpected dip, and poof. Your entire capital is gone. Vanished. And even if you don't trade with leverage, you pay fees. You pay taxes on every single gain. You are stressed, glued to the screen around the clock, trying to predict the most unpredictable market in the world. And for what? To end up with less Bitcoin than before. I challenge you. Take the test. Go to the next live stream of your favorite YouTube trader and ask just one polite question in the chat. Hey, great analysis, but just out of interest, have you outperformed Bitcoin this year? Watch what happens. 9 times out of 10, you will either be ignored, banned, or get a vague, evasive answer. Why? Because they haven't. Almost no one beats just stubbornly buying and holding Bitcoin. They sell you the dream of quick money. But in reality, they are just building their own Bitcoin fortune while you gamble yours away. Okay, so you're too smart to try to trade the market, but then comes the next big temptation. You see all these new projects exploding 10-fold, 100-fold in price, and start to think that while trading is risky, maybe you could just put a small part of your Bitcoin into the next big thing. And just like that, you fall into the second trap. The second trap, the glittering, loud, and alluring altcoin casino. You will see it everywhere, on YouTube, on TikTok, on X. Your favorite influencer suddenly talking about a new project that will be the next Bitcoin. A project that will do a 100 times, no, a 1,000 times return. They will tell you about incredible technology and revolutionary use cases. The truth, they got their coins for free. They are being paid to lure you to the casino table. Think about it. Bitcoin is decentralized. These projects, they have a CEO, a marketing department, and a bunch of venture capitalists who invested early and are waiting to dump their shares on you. This isn't a fight against the fiat system. This is the same system, just with a new coat of paint. Sure, 1 or 2 might get lucky. They go in, make a small profit, and manage to switch back to Bitcoin in time. But those are the exceptions. Over 90% of the people who trade their valuable Bitcoin for these centralized castles in the sky will lose everything. It's like trading gold for casino chips. You will leave the table as a loser. Always. Good. So you've already dodged 2 huge bullets. No trading, no altcoins. You are on the best path to building your financial fortress. But just when you feel safe, the most sophisticated trap of all strikes. It's not a loud trap. It's a quiet, seductive whisper from your own ego, and it tells you that the price is so high you should sell now and you can buy back cheaper later. Welcome to trap number 3. This is the classic, the trap for the smart people. They think they've figured out the system. They make a plan to sell now at $120,000, and when it corrects to $80,000, they will buy back in and have 50% more Bitcoin. Sounds brilliant. There's just one catch. No one knows the top. You don't know it. I don't know it. The guy with the crystal ball doesn't know it. And this time, everything is different. Look at the data. The Bitcoin balances on exchanges continue to decline. People are withdrawing their coins. They are not selling. Institutions are buying. The whole world is slowly waking up. What if the top isn't at $120,000? What if it's at $250,000 or $400,000? Then you're sitting on the sidelines with your pile of dollars, which loses value every day, while you stare at the chart like an addict, praying for it to fall. You have all the stress, the sleepless nights, and in the end, you buy back in out of panic much higher than you sold. You haven't just lost money, you've lost one thing above all, your hard-earned Bitcoin. You might say, okay, I get it. I won't sell, no way. But I'm not buying yet either. The price is too high for me right now. I'll wait for the next big dip. I'll wait for the perfect opportunity. And while you wait, you are sitting comfortably in the fourth trap without even realizing it. I know so many people who say this. They feel Bitcoin over $100,000 is way too expensive. They will wait until we're back at $50,000, then they will go all in. I ask you, who says we will ever see $50,000 again? We are no longer in the same game as in 2017 or 2020. The largest asset managers in the world are now offering Bitcoin. Countries are considering adding it to their reserves. The dynamic has changed forever. Waiting for a 50% pullback is like standing at a train station waiting for a train whose schedule expired a year ago. The train to your financial independence is leaving right now, and you're standing on the platform arguing about whether the ticket might be a bit too expensive. While you wait, the train gets further and further away until it's just a tiny dot on the horizon and you're left standing there, alone with your fiat money. Let's imagine the best case scenario. You've mastered all 4 traps. You haven't touched any altcoins. You haven't traded. You haven't tried to sell the top, and you haven't waited for a ghost dip. Your Bitcoins are safe. Congratulations. You belong to the elite. But you can still lose everything in a single catastrophic moment if you fall victim to the 5th and final trap, the one that is easiest to avoid and yet has the most devastating consequences. Where are your Bitcoins right now? If your answer is that they are on an exchange, then you don't have Bitcoin. You have an IOU, a promise from someone else that you own Bitcoin. You have built your financial fortress on sand. In every single cycle of Bitcoin's history, at least one major exchange has gone bankrupt. Mt. Gox, Quadriga, FTX. The names change, but the story remains the same. One morning you wake up, the website is offline, and your coins are gone. Forever. You might believe your exchange is safe, that it is regulated. That's what people said about FTX. You got into Bitcoin to escape the banking system, right? To be sovereign. Why do you then voluntarily give control back to a central third party, which is basically just an unregulated crypto bank? If the exchange goes bankrupt, you don't get your Bitcoin back. You get a place in a miles-long line of creditors, and maybe, with a lot of luck, in 5 years, a fraction of your value paid back in worthless dollars. This is not the path to the Bitcoin island. This is the direct path back to the fiat slave system. So, there they are. The 5 landmines buried on your path to financial freedom. Trading, the altcoin casino, the ego trap, waiting for a ghost, and the paper fortress. The secret to winning this bull market is not to be a genius. It's not about landing the perfect trade or finding the next 100 times gem. The secret is discipline in action. It's about avoiding these simple but incredibly seductive mistakes. It's about having a long-term perspective and building your financial lifeboat instead of risking it for a round at the casino. Don't be the person who held a winning lottery ticket and used it as a bookmark. And this last point, secure storage, is the absolute most important. It is the foundation of everything. If you are now asking yourself how to store your Bitcoin safely or how to build a real fortress for your wealth, then that is exactly the right question. And that's precisely what we'll go through step by step in the next video. I'll show you what a hardware wallet is, how you take full control of your Bitcoin, and how you become truly and genuinely sovereign. So if you want to be on the right side of this massive wealth transfer, then click the subscribe button now, activate the bell, and get ready. Your journey to the Bitcoin island begins right now. The storm is coming, but this time, you won't just survive it, you'll end up with more Bitcoin than before.